Are you confused about how a civil case proceeds in Indian courts? Don't worry, today we're going to break down the stages of a civil suit under the Civil Procedure Code CPC in India in a simple and structured way. So let's get started. The first stage is the filing of the plaint. A plaint is a written complaint that is prepared and filed by the plaintiff. It is the document that kicks off the entire legal process. The plaint should contain a clear and concise statement of the facts of the case, the relief sought by the plaintiff, and the cause of action. In simpler terms, the plaint is like a complaint letter that starts the legal process, and it has to be filed in the proper court or the proper jurisdiction for it to be valid. Along with the plaint, the plaintiff also needs to file some supporting documents to make their case. This might include things like contracts, emails, or other papers that help prove their side of the story. It's important that the plaint is properly written and filed, because if it's not done correctly, the whole case could be delayed or even thrown out. Stage 2, issue of summons. Once the plaint is admitted, the court will issue a summons to the defendant. A summons is basically an official court order that tells the defendant that they have been named in a lawsuit and that they need to take action. In this case, the defendant has to respond to the allegations made against them in the plaint. To be more specific, the defendant has to file a written statement in response to the plaintiff's allegations. They usually have 30 days to do this, but it can be extended to 90 days if they have a good reason for needing more time. If the defendant doesn't respond within the given time frame, they won't be able to delay it much longer without a good excuse. Stage 3, written statement. In this stage, the defendant responds to the allegations made by the plaintiff in the plaint. The written statement should clearly state whether the defendant agrees or disagrees with each allegation. If they agree, they might want to explain why, and if they disagree, they should provide a reason and any supporting evidence they have. It's important for the defendant to take this stage seriously, because if they don't respond properly, the court might make decisions that aren't favorable to them. Stage 4, framing of issues. After the written statement, the next step is to identify the main points of disagreement or the issues in the case. These are the questions that need to be answered to decide the case. This is called the framing of issues. It's like creating a roadmap for the trial so that everyone knows what to focus on. Stage 5, evidence stage. Now both parties will present their evidence to support their arguments. This includes getting witnesses to testify and submitting documents or other forms of proof. The plaintiff goes first, and then the defendant has a chance to present their own evidence and cross-examine the plaintiff's witnesses. This means that they can ask the plaintiff's witnesses questions to check their story and see if there are any inconsistencies. After both sides have presented their evidence, the case is ready for the next stage. Stage 6, final arguments. In this stage, both parties summarize their case and explain why they think they are right. They get one last chance to persuade the judge to see things their way before the judge makes a decision. The judge might also ask questions to get a better understanding of certain points and to clarify confusing areas. Stage 7, judgment and decree. After considering the arguments and evidence presented, the judge will deliver the judgment. The judgment is the court's decision about the case, and it is based on the facts and the applicable law. Once the judgment is made, a decree is drawn up accordingly. A decree is a formal order that is based on the judgment, and it tells each party what they have to do or not do. For example, the court might order one party to pay money to the other party as compensation. If one party is not happy with the judgment, they can choose to appeal to a higher court, but they have to do this within a specific time frame and give a valid reason for asking for a review. So these are the 7 major stages in a civil suit. Understanding these stages can help you know what to expect when going through the legal process. Whether you're a plaintiff or a defendant, it's essential to prepare well for each stage and to make sure that your rights are protected. If you found this video useful, hit like and subscribe for more informative content. Thanks for watching.